Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft, and I'm mocking, giving my views, thoughts, and opinions. We got a good one for you today, as WalterFootball just released a mock draft yesterday, and it's 2 rounds, but what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content as always. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, where we have that nice, beautiful, refreshing football discourse. Let's go ahead, get into this sucker. He's using the current draft order, if there's any questions about that. And we got at number 1, Marvin Harrison going to the Arizona Cardinals. So, I mean, if Cardinals, likely, if they're number 1, they're going to move this pick. But in this mock draft, I'm assuming there's no trades. So you're just going to take the best prospect available. If they're not looking for a quarterback and they're going to stick with Kyler Murray, then it's likely that non-quarterback prospect will be Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, that would be really fun with Hollywood Brown, with Michael Wilson. You have Rondale as kind of just that offensive weapon. Be a good pick for the Cardinals. So the Bears should have back-to-back picks here. So they go Caleb Williams. And I guess WalterFootball will be the next pick. Caleb Williams, we've kind of beaten the dead horse on this. That just if you're picking this high, move on from Justin Fields, take a shot at a new quarterback, and just build from there. You just get on another rookie deal. It's super nice. Latu. That's funny because he just did this on the 1st of November. So this is all post trade deadline, you could see. Okay, the whole because he mentions the Montez Sweat here, the Montez Sweat trade here. So you're pairing up Montez Sweat with Latu, and suddenly you're feeling really good about your defensive line. So interesting here, pick at 3. I've been seeing Latu go much higher in some of these mocks. I'm kind of curious how the NFL will see him, considering the neck injury back in like 2020. I think it was 2020. Let's keep this sucker rolling with the Giants taking Keon Coleman. So wait, no Drake Maye. Ooh, Drake Maye. He's gonna be falling to these next picks, but yeah, I mean, this is basically like, hey, we missed it on Kenny Golladay. Let's get that big alpha X wide receiver to pair up with. They got Jalen Hyatt there, and you're giving more weapons for Daniel Jones. Things don't work out, you can get out of his contract after next season. So, like, this first line's the Giants are stuck with Daniel Jones because they just paid him, but they can't get out after year 2. So interesting, passing up on the Drake Maye boat here. We still also got WalterFootball on the board, so that's something to keep in mind. Patriots take Drake Maye. I would in a heartbeat if he falls to 5 here in this mock. Like, yeah, no, it's like, sorry, mac and cheese, yo. We got a new QB coming to town. Because, like, okay, just look at what Mac Jones has done. Like, the last few years, are you really going to re-sign him to a long-term contract after next season? Are you really going to throw the franchise tag on him? No, they probably want to just financially rinse their hands of the whole thing. So Drake Maye would be phenomenal pick for the Patriots if he fell at 5. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. When you sign up using promo code Broshmo at Underdog Fantasy, they will match your first deposit up to $100. News, it's the best place to play weekly best ball, or my favorite, higher or lower on the player props. For instance, I got some Thursday night picks. I got Najee Harris lower than 45 rushing yards. I got Jalen Warren higher than 23 rushing yards. Ooh, that one's going to be fun. Will Levis higher than 200 yards. I think the rookie keeps slinging, and that's why I got Chig Okonkwo higher than 2.5 receptions. He had 4 against the Falcons. Then Deontay Johnson might be the safest bet on here, because it seems like he's the only player that Kenny Pickett, or even, I guess, Mitch Trubisky likes to target I got him higher than 5 receptions. But as always, please bet responsibly. Armarius Mims is the first? Did I miss Olu? Oh, I didn't. Oh, wow. Armarius Mims is the first tackle off the board here. So Armarius Mims has gotten a lot of positive feedback from the scouting community. He has tremendous skill set and a lot of upside. I think you still go Olu here. Olu or Joe Alt for the Packers. I mean, you get your pick of the tackles. Armarius Mims, yet to come back from the tightrope surgery he had on his ankle. But like, I mean, I've been pumping up saying that he could get into this offensive tackle debate, top offensive tackle debate, but he has to be on the field first. And oh, man, I love the upside, but not over right now Olu or Alt. That is some high quality H2O. Colts take Brock Bowers. I think I would take a shot on Olu or Alt here and line them up at right tackle. No, I wouldn't. I keep forgetting, like, because they've had to start Blake Freeland last couple of games because Braden Smith has been hurt. So yeah, no. But I mean, do you replace Bernhard Ryman's playing good football? But you can't kick him into guard. Yeah, I don't know. I like the Brock Bowers pick. It's kind of like. I like the idea of grabbing a weapon here. It's the top 10 is going to be offensive heavy. It's a very good offensive draft at the top. So I would rather take a swing on the offensive side rather than maybe consider defense, whether that is Brock Bowers, whether that is the next wide receiver on the board, whether that's Malik Neighbors or Roma Dunze. But Brock Bowers works too. Nice mismatch weapon. Oh my goodness. This mock just keeps getting crazier and crazier. So no Olu, no Joe Alt. Raiders go with the tackle. And it's Kingsley Suamatea. Okay, we know the Raiders wanted to draft Paris Johnson, so looking for that right tackle. Currently, they got Thayer Mumford there. They also have Jermaine Eleanor, who has played well. Like, if he's a starting tackle for you, that's like no biggie. Grab Kingsley, maybe a bit more of a project, but I mean, he's played good outside of the Texas game this past week. It would be nice to go quarterback, but I mean, you're here in the top 8. Do you really go there without moving down? I'm just shocked that it's not Olu Fashanu or Joe Alt. Now I'm like curious where those guys fall. Jared Verse going to the Broncos, and this would be another great spot for one of the tackles because I think Garrett Bowles might be a cap casualty, but grab more pass rush and help. That's not a bad thing, but I mean, you just got higher prospects still on the board. I love Jared Verse too. I'm a big fan of Verse. Number 10 is Braylon Trice. Yo, this mock's blowing my mind right now. Is this like a no Olu, no Joe Alt mock? Because that would be perfect picks for the Rams. Their left tackle situation sucks. It's terrible. They've been starting Larry Jackson and Zach Thomas. And not the good, like, Zach Thomas. I'm talking San Diego State probably is more of a guard, but gets stuck playing tackle because they're short on depth. They go Braylon Trice as edge 2 in this class. Oh. I am a bit flabbergasted. Dude, there ain't no way. J.C. Latham going to the Washington Commanders. There ain't no way, dude. He had to forget Olu and Joe Alt in this draft. I mean, we'll keep going, but golly, dude, this can't be right. Did Olu go and I just didn't realize it? Oh, Olu's still on the board. What the flip? Oh, this is what I came here for. I know these WalterFootball mocks. Oh, they get the blood a pumping. So they grab JC Latham. You're likely going to move on from Leno potentially. So grabbing a left tackle. probably ideal. I know JC Latham, the NFL is going to love his size, love his length, love his movement skills. And he's got that edge he plays with, opposed to like Olu Fashanu. But I mean, still, you're taking Olu, man. Wow. I just want to skim through and see where Olu goes. I mean, right position, but higher prospects on the board. Cardinals, they pass on one of the tackles, which is fine. They could get at DJ Humphrey's contract if they want to, but they take Kalen Keene as the top corner, which it is what it is. People have this corner class ranked all kinds of different ways right now. Me, it's Kool-Aid McKinstry. But wow, okay, Cardinals, they take Kalen Keene. I would have taken Olu, man. I would have taken Olu. That's how long are we going to be talking? I would have taken Olu. All right, we got Joe Alt. So still looking for Olu Fashanu. They grab Joe Alt, who I guess moves to right tackle at this point for the Bucks. I wonder how far the quarterbacks now fall, just with the tackle class kind of falling here. Yeah, I mean the Bucks, Luke Gadecki's done fine at right tackle this year. I think more so maybe a lot of the problems are the interior group right now. They can't get, well, Cody Mock's having a rough go his rookie year, which was to be expected. He's a guy that needs to add more NFL strength, but they've had Matt Feeler. I think Aaron Stiney also play the guard position. Robert Haney has been a bit up and down. So I think you're looking more for an interior for the Bucks. But I mean, I would consider quarterback and wide receiver here. I wouldn't mind taking a tackle though, if the class is falling like it is. Kamari Lassiter going to the Chargers. I mean, this could be an Olu spot if you want to get a right tackle, but it is what it is. I get not taking him here, but Kamari Lassiter, he's the corner 2 for WalterFootball, or at least second corner off the board here. The Chargers have had a lot of problems defensively. Mike Davis just isn't playing well. Santi Samuel, relatively solid, and you want to get someone outside of him then. So Lassiter is fine. I feel like the defense is going to have a bit of an overhaul after this season. I can't see Brandon Staley making it another year. Listen, I know you love the NFL draft as much as I do, and you're going to want a nice hefty watch list of players during this college football season. Well, go ahead, check out my draft guide. You can purchase it for only $30 by Venmoing or PayPaling me. Links in the description. It's a one-time payment and you get it for this whole draft cycle and forever and always. Technically, it's a Google spreadsheet. So send me your email when you send the payment. I'll get you hooked up. You will see my current prospect rankings and big board, my full evals. And guess what? It updates throughout the whole draft cycle. So it's a great purchase and it's a great way to support the channel. All right, the Titans take a tackle. It ain't Olu Fashanu. Wow. We just crapping on Olu Fashanu right now? Tyler Guyton, who's been fine, but still firmly a day 2 pick for me. I know a lot of other people like him, but I mean, Guyton would come in, probably be your right tackle immediately. You're going to stick with Andre Dillard at left. Nicholas Petit-Frere can kick inside to the other guard position. I mean, you open yourself up to a lot of flexibility. But yeah, they go tackle here. You could also go corner, wide receiver. There's a lot of different options. Saints take JT Tuimoloau. I get it. Tuimoloau had a big game against Olu Fashanu, but you'd have to consider with Trevor Pennins, with his rough redshirt freshman year, let's call it that you would consider Olu here. They grab an edge. I mean, you just signed Carl Granderson long term. Maybe you're looking for more interior, but Cam Jordan can't play forever. Like, okay. We still have Dallas Turner on the board and Chop Robinson. So those are some guys also to look out for right now at this point. All right, let's go ahead. Let's move to the second half of round one. Oh, here I gotta get out all these ads. Ad City, baby. Just want to get to finally Olu Fashanu off the board. Okay, I'm reading this and I don't get why he fell. Olu Fashanu looks like a franchise left tackle. He's a massive blocker with elite athleticism for the position. Why did he fall to 17? This is a great pick by the Jets, but why did he fall to 17? We're never gonna know that mystery. Nate Wiggins going to the Bengals. The Bengals have a weak secondary. Do they really though? I mean, you could add to it, but I don't know about it in the first round. Like Nate Wiggins is nice. He'd be a good addition, but I feel like they've done a relatively solid job. They have Wouzier there, which I wonder when his contract's coming up. They like Cam Taylor-Britt, DJ Turner's been really good. When you go to the safety group, they're relatively fine. Nick Scott, Jordan Battle. Oh golly, I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, Dax. Why can't I think of his last name? But Dax has been pretty good. The former Michigan defensive back. Let's go with that. So there would just be other areas. I think I would take a swing at one of the wide receivers at this point with how the board's broken down. The quarterback 3 comes off the board at pick 19. The Falcons go Michael Penix. I'm a big fan of Penix. Huge arm. Yeah, there's some mechanical things you could tighten up, but all in all, I think he's plug and play ready to start. Minnesota Vikings take Quinn Ewers. Okay, Quinn Ewers needs to improve a lot. I think there's maybe a good chance he might return to school, with depending on how they see, depending on how Texas sees their quarterback position next year, maybe even transfers if he returns. But once he have to sit, I think he would have to sit if he transferred. So I think he'd have to stay put. But the downfield accuracy hasn't been consistent. Ball placement, it's not there right now downfield for him. They're just long stretches where he kind of just the whole offense goes through droughts. That's where it allows teams to get back in the game. With him being hurt as well right now, that it might mean that Quinn Ewers might have to wait till 2025. Vikings would love a quarterback though. I just think you look at Bo Nix, you look at JJ McCarthy, you look at even a Shadur, and you think about those guys first. Pittsburgh Steelers take Dallas Turner. The Steelers were 8-2 with TJ Watt on the field last year, but 1-6 without him. They need another pass rusher to make sure that doesn't happen. Turner is a dynamic threat with immense upside. Yeah, but I mean, he's working inside that rotation at this point. You could get real flexible with the defense, and find a way where you could keep Turner, Highsmith, and Watt all on the field at the same time. But if I'm the Steelers, maybe you dip into this corner class. Maybe you dip into I would consider a receiver here. I know Steelers don't do receiver in the first round, but just with how the board has fallen, I would consider it. All right, there goes Emeka Egbuka. So he's wide receiver 3 off the board. It kind of makes sense, just considering that, okay, you get to reunite Stroud and Emeka Egbuka. It's a very sexy pick a lot of people like, but Malik Neighbors, Rome Odunze are still here. Maybe you consider one of those guys, because I do think that Emeka Egbuka is kind of the tier after those guys. Oh, here's a name. Marcellus Dial for the Gamecocks. Good blend of size, speed, athleticism. I mean, yeah, the Niners do need more cornerback help. I think next to Charvarius Ward. Diamador Lenoir's nice. He's fine, but I think you could probably find some competition. Just corner being such a volatile position. Let's see, because I haven't done an eval for Dial yet. Let's at least see analytically how he has fared this year, because I know that South Carolina defense has had a rough go at it. Hang on, I'm pulling it out right now. Dial is one of the higher rated guys. Five pass breakups. He's a lot of completion percentage of 61%. So, like, honestly, not half bad. Has allowed 2 touchdowns this year. I do need to go a bit into that. I want to do a little bit more of a deep dive into that South Carolina squad, because TJ Sanders has been a guy talked about on this interior class that I haven't gotten to look at yet as of right now. Well, there goes Jeremiah Trotter. Golly, this mock's so interesting. So Jeremiah Trotter goes to the Buffalo Bills. Linebacker core looks in shambles after losing Matt Milano, but I mean, Dorian Williams is a rookie. He's a first-year player. Let's see more of him before you. Like, I would consider safety here first. Cam Kitchens is on the board. I would consider Rome Odunze. Bam, you got your Gabe Davis replacement. Like, those two would come to mind first before taking linebacker, let alone Jeremiah Trotter, who is trending in the right direction now after a bit of a rocky start. Seattle Seahawks go Chop Robinson. I do think the Seahawks need more pass rush help. Boy, Mafe has really come on, but they don't have a guy that just dominates there right now. They did draft Derek Hall, I think, last year out of Auburn. So, I mean, maybe they feel confident about their guys, but I mean, Chop Robinson's good value at this point. I would consider Malik Neighbors here. I really would, to be a replacement for Tyler Lockett. Maybe I might even take a swing at quarterback to get the heir apparent for Geno. Dallas Cowboys take Colleen. Misspelled his name, by the way. Carson out of Wake Forest, who got torched this past weekend by Keon Coleman, which, I mean, he's taken on probably a top 10, top 15 pick in this class, but still, it's not been like an ideal year for Carson. No Kool-Aid? Do we just hate Kool-Aid here? Nobody hates Kool-Aid. Everyone loves Kool-Aid. Yo, let me get a "oh yeah" in the chat if you like Kool-Aid. Okay, Jags go Rook Orohara out of Clemson. It's an interesting one. Very versatile body type along the defensive line. I think maybe I'd rather go with edge, because no, I think Turner's off the board, so you'd be looking in the next edge group. So shoot, Rome Odunze, Malik Neighbors. I think I would take a shot on those guys. Help the pass catchers, because Calvin Ridley would be a free agent, I think, after this season. Graham Barton going to the Ravens. The Ravens can stand to bolster their guards. Yeah, but like, Barton's not like a scheme fit though. A lot of people worry about his play strength, and I just don't think that works with the Ravens offense. Then again, I mean, with Monken here, you're getting a little bit more movement with the offense, or at least the offensive line, but I mean, you take a shot on one of the receivers, right? I think that's the call. Even Kool-Aid McKinstry. I mean, you hit on an Alabama corner not too long ago in Marlon Humphrey. Dude, what a wild mock draft. Here's Cooper DeJean. I always forget that he's still even on the board. I don't think he's necessarily a good fit for Aaron Glenn's coverage scheme, but I mean, a lot of that is just we haven't seen him he has to do it. Iowa, very zone-heavy defense. Kool-Aid McKinstry, probably a better fit. Just going to throw that out there. Dude, even take a shot on a wide receiver. I forgot Johnny Newton was still on the board. What are we doing? What is this mock draft? I would love this pickup. I mean, Christian Wilkins is a free agent, and I mean Johnny Newton, one of the best players on the board. You get him as a potential replacement. You get that penetrator in the defensive front. I mean, yeah, to me that's kind of sexy. Malik Neighbors falling all the way here to the Kansas City Chiefs is just wow. Kansas City fans, rejoice. Rejoice. Patrick Mahomes has another weapon outside of Kelsey. And then Javon Bullard going here to the Eagles feels kind of forced. They have struggled with the slot position. A lot of that has been injury, as you had Maddox go down. You had Bradley Roby, who came in. He went down, I think, with a shoulder injury. So it's like your slot position is kind of wide open, but Bullard probably could play safety as well. Do they keep Kevin Byard past this season, or is he just a 1-year rental to kind of push while you're in the Super Bowl window? But wow, what a flipping first round. We're gonna run through the second round, but golly, that was a ride and a half. Jeez Louise. Let me just do away with all these ads real quick. All right, let's run through this second round. You're going to start with the running back? Hey, bruh. And Henderson, of course. I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, he returned and came back and had a good game. But it's like, yeah, it's still, though, this play has not really replicate what he did his freshman season. You got AD Mitchell, so Romadunze still on the board. Panthers, they get another playmaker. Good on them. Javion Cohen, so they get some offensive line help. Romadunze is sitting right there. They just took Keon Coleman, though. I mean, and we got quarterbacks left on the board if they want to take a shot. Kool-Aid McKinstry would be a phenomenal pick for the Patriots here in the second round. I mean, now you got him and Christian Gonzalez. Golly, that's just a scary cornerback core going forward. Oh, I haven't watched this guy. Marist Luifa. Ooh, we better add him to the list. See, this is why I check out these WalterFootball mocks. I always walk away with like just adding someone new on my list. So Marist. All right. Added his name to the list, but yeah, get a linebacker. Wait. Yeah, I mean, add a linebacker next to Jamin Davis would be nice. Cam Kitchens, forgot you were still on the board. You end up in the second round here to the Green Bay Packers. Solid. You got Blake Corum, running back starting to come off the board. Don't know about that. I don't think the running back class is that good to warrant it. So this is a Josh Jacobs replacement, essentially. Max Melton been a bit up and down this year, but he has really helped a really good, really decent Rutgers defense this season. So Tavion Nicholson, they list him at corner. Isn't he playing more safety this year? He's an older prospect. Let's see. No, he's basically playing on the outside. Honestly, playing not too shabby. He's been playing well, but I've seen some places project him as a safety. Jatavion Sanders. So there's the next tight end. No kidding. It goes to the Commanders. Makes sense. Xavier Worthy, so they get that speedy threat, and Brock Bowers. So that's actually kind of fun, and I think plausible that the Colts just go in on pass catchers. I kind of like that. Spencer Rattler, next quarterback off the board, going to the Buccaneers. Rattler, I don't know if I take him this high, but he's honestly done well with what he's been given by that South Carolina team that is just on the struggle bus. There's Tyler Nubbin coming there with the Chargers. That's fun. I think that's fine. Xavier Leggett, this is my dude. I love this cat. Nobody was talking more about him than me after week 1 of the college football season. We did that North Carolina, South Carolina watch along, and I lost my mind. I was like, who is this man? Edrin Cooper, he makes the list. If you haven't checked out my stock report video from this week, I actually talk about Cooper. I finally got around to his deep dive, and that just tells you everything I think about him. So cool. Texans get him. Be their next Fred Warner, I guess. Ladd McConkey. Eagles have been in search for who can be that slot guy that's a really good route runner, and McConkey kind of fits the bill. Johnny Wilson going to the Bengals. Another one that makes sense with T. Higgins. Gone. Still Rome Odunze still on the board, I believe. Here's Chris Jenkins. He's nice. I think he's honestly probably a better day 2 player. So I kind of like him in this top 50 mix. I don't know about going to the Packers though. Zamaya Vaughn, admittedly haven't watched him yet. I don't know how much of a scheme fit he would be considering where he's coming from. Talking off zone coverage there at Utah, and I mean this is Brian Flores, so it's gonna probably want press man corners. Tate Ratledge, I think he's fine. I see him more as a day 2 or day 3 guy. It's just like, yeah, he could maybe eventually be a solid starter down the road for a team, but maybe more depth than anything else. So Falcons grab him here. Chico Bettis. Some people really like this cat. The production though is still just, for me, it's just not as consistent as you'd want to see. He still seemed very unpolished. You can check out my draft guide. I probably put an ad for it somewhere in this video. Let's check it out. Roma Dunze. So Steelers, they get a receiver. I was talking about maybe them in the first round, just with how the receiver class was falling. That, hey, you take a swing on one of these guys, and they get Odunze in the freaking second round. Okay. It's par for the course for the Steelers to get a good day 2 wide receiver. Michael Hall, I feel like his skill set's really close to Ed Oliver. So maybe I'm looking for more of a meaty guy. So maybe a Riley Mills. By the way, just throwing out there, Leonard Taylor's still on the board as well. Jordan Birch, they just get some more depth along the defensive line. Birch has had a nice season, but I still think he's in that day 3 area. Ja'Cory Brooks, I haven't sat down and just watched that whole crew from Alabama, the wide receivers. So I'll just take his word for it, man. On to the Cowboys here. JJ McCarthy finally comes off the board of the Giants here in day 2. So that's nice. We got Bo Collins. I've seen him on a few boards, but I haven't watched him. Couldn't tell you much about him. I just hear that he's got good size and speed. That's about it. Cole Bishop, this feels a little early for him. But I mean, if you're looking for a replacement for maybe if you want to get off of Rashawn Jenkins, that's him, right? The more of the box safety for the Jaguars. You could probably consider him. This feels early, but I mean, he fits the mold. There's Jack Sawyer. Again, this kind of feels early Sawyer. He's flashed, but emphasis on the word flash. That's all it's really been. Offensive line, please, for the Dolphins. I would love it. Oh, Layden Robinson, I don't think he's done enough to rehab his stock. I think he's firmly a day 3 guy at this point. I mean, the Lions, they could look for another potential guard upgrade replacement with Big Daddy V, likely on the way out. I think Glasgow's only on a 1-year deal, and even like you look at Jonah Jackson, like, oh, maybe we could upgrade that. Oh, speaking of Jackson, here's Donovan Jackson out of the same school, Ohio State. They don't need guards. They need tackles. They would probably like a tackle. They're kind of set at guard between Trey Smith and Joe Tooney. I mean, maybe if you want to eventually get off Tooney's contract, but he has been great for them. All right, this is the final pick, and it's Chris Braswell, which, yeah, solid pick for the Eagles, but holy moly, dude, what a flippin' mock. What a freaking roller coaster ride. You let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. Oh, man. Man, this is the type of mock draft you need a cigarette after. But as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.